me? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
The
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Mac Show. No, just me alone. I'm planning a members only stream tonight. If you are watching, you 11 viewers, smash the hell out of that like button. Maybe I'll do single topic live streams by myself because I had a lot of fun last night on Matt Jarbo's stream. A very lively debate. And there's a lot of talk about my own hypocrisy on YouTube, mocking people. And I wanted to discuss it with you viewers. If you are in the chat and you want more Max directly with the viewer, what's this, RJ? I'm talking about, there was a comment left on Matt's video that I want to what the hell is this? I don't like that symbol, dude. Hey, can someone take care of that? I don't know, can someone take care of that? I think I appreciate if you're letting me know, but I also don't like the symbol that you have on there. And if someone could take care of that, I'd really appreciate it. I don't know about that. I'll do research. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, RJ, it's your chance. Listen, I'm not mad or anything, RJ. Don't be concerned. I want to discuss my hypocrisy and, open it up to you viewers. And you have your chance to say, hey, maybe you were hypocritical here, Max. And about Jeremy. Because I personally, in my subjective opinion, think that there is a difference between criticizing and mocking fans. No, I'm not admitting it. I think there's a difference. Just like when you think about the Justice League or when you think about heroes and villains, do you call the heroes bullies? No. I mock the people that make fandom horrendous, that have misogyny. I don't empathize because I use the word empathize with Snyder fans because they're not getting what they want and they are actually fans of something. Whereas Jeremy and the Friday Night Tights or the Friday Night Whites, they are obsessed with people's skin color. They are not fans of anything. They are known misogynists and they're extremely prejudiced. So I put them in a different category. Should you show empathy for ignorant fools that consistently show misogyny, prejudiced behavior, do not have any context of the things they hate on, spoil things because of political teams, it's very different for me. And that's what I now, you have your right to your opinion, and everyone has a different opinion on this. And I think it's completely different. I think it's completely different. They're not fans. That's the thing. I empathize with fans not getting what they want. If Jeremy honestly stuck to, I'm very upset with The Last Jedi, I'm very upset with Disney Star Wars, and and it's ruining the legacy of Star Wars, I could empathize with that. When you bring in talking points that talk about, that are obsessed with people's skin color, their orientation, if you see a person on screen and immediately fearmonger and say it's woke, I have no empathy there. Of course, it's subjective, but we'll get to the comment that started this live stream, and it's my pal Mladen, and he is extremely critical of me. So we're going to read the whole comment, and we could discuss. All right. Hey, Dark Star. Yes, there's a difference. Now, a lot of you do not sympathize with Snyder fans, and I try to put this forward that imagine your favorite thing ever got canceled, and there's a chance. Or, now, I'm not telling you to empathize with the people that do bad behavior. Absolutely not. They deserve whatever's coming to them. Why are you going to this route, RJ? I like Matt. Matt causes his own problems, and this is not isolated to Snyder and has nothing to do with Snyder. Everyone that Matt goes toe-to-toe with on the internet pulls up their history, and Matt pulls up their history of Twitter. He does the exact same thing they're doing to him. That's where I say it's a little hypocritical of Matt. When Matt sees Geralt of Mercury, or does he bring up the Two Towers post? Yeah, that was in bad taste. Is it as in bad taste as a certain... I don't want to bring Matt into this conversation without him being here, honestly. But is it as bad taste as some of the jokes that we got? I don't think so. I think it's equally as bad. They are a cycle, opposite ends, doing the exact same shit. If a Snyder fan said the things that they are bringing up about him, he would bring it up about them. Believe it. And I actually think you would too, RJ. If a Snyder fan said the things that Matt said in his... And I'm going to move on from Matt. I'm sorry. But see, this is the problem. You brought it up there. You brought it up. If a Snyder fan said the things that Matt did, would Matt bring it up? That's what I want to ask you. Answer honestly. And this is not an attack Matt Jarbo stream. This is not. And I'm going to move on from that. But answer honestly with your heart. Would he bring up their shit? And I think you already know the answer. You already know. You already know. Okay. What? Hold on a second. Hold on, I got to check something. If you have mods, if mods are here and you could check out my channel to see what he's talking about. Hold on a second. I don't know what he's talking about. Does anyone know what this commenter's talking about? There was a link sent to your comments. I don't know. I'm not going to get nervous because I don't know what and I don't see it. So if anyone sees that and you're a mod, you could go onto my channel, let me know, message me on Twitter, and I'll take care of it. I don't know what that's about. honestly. Well, here's the thing. A lot of you are saying the majority. The majority that I know do not engage with. Yes. Hold on a second. I just don't see any point in engaging in toxic behavior. Call it out, sure, but when you engage and complain about afterwards, that's dumb. I kind of am, Marcus. What, being hypocritical? That's fine. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to say I have no problems. Everyone's a little hypocritical. I will admit that. I am saying I have no problems with what I'm doing. I will. Whoa, that's not the one I wanted to show here. Hold on a second. This is the new thumbnail. I have no problem putting known misogynists, prejudiced people. I don't use the actual ist. Because I only use the word that I can confirm. They are proven prejudiced people. They don't have anything to go on except the skin color, and they get vibes of woke. They like to mock fans. And I have seen a lot of that, even, in my opinion, from my friends, mocking fans. Are fans unreasonable? Yes. What if you're going to go down that route? Fans can be crazy about their fandom. A fanatic. Where do you think fanatic comes from? Where do you think fanatic comes from? They are obsessed with their fandom. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, there are levels. There's nuance to this conversation. Yes. Listen, I'm not going to change who I am. All right. So let's get to the comment that started this quick little live stream, and it's not going to be long. I thought, tell me in the comments if you like these little one-on-one live streams. I could go like 20 minutes. I could have done this pre-recorded, but I would like your feedback too. You know, I'd like the feedback and a little pushback. Well, Mikey Sutton is making Snyder hard. Hey, memes. You could comment on. I love memes. I'm talking about my own hypocrisy and what people think I'm doing when I make fun of people that are prejudiced and misogynists. But my personal line is I don't like to mock fans that want something and aren't getting it, because that's sad. And fandom in general, being a fanatic, and what you're asking of fans. You're like, go touch grass. You shouldn't be so obsessed with the thing you're a fan of. Then why are we even here? I'm a fan of lots of properties. I love Marvel. I love DC. I love all game consoles. It's a joke, RJ. How many jokes have you said about him? Sil and Mikey calling us the Snyder Menace is the funniest and most tone-deaf thing ever. Listen, RJ, you do not deserve any harassment or threats that you got. But everyone knows that if there's any I'll be real with you, though. You could be real. You know what? I'll just invite you on. I'll invite RJ on if he wants to come on. Hold on a second here. But everyone pretty much knows, RJ, that if there's a topic about Snyder in the fandom, you're going to be there. Now, I could guess you could say it's organic, that you just naturally show up there. But I think people know that you love to criticize Snyder fans. You might say it's organic. Okay. I guess you could go that route, but I think you're a known Snyder critic, and I think the reason people get so sensitive when they see your name pop up, this is, I will highlight this. This is not my docs. I did this knowingly at the Crayola event. I wore a mask to promote, to have fun about Amico. I don't care. I'm still wearing a mask. Yes, I was a little sweaty that day. There, thank you. Okay. I'm so worried. No, that's fine. That's me. That's my glasses. That's my face mask because I still wear my mask because of my family and my family illness with my parents. So that's not a secret. All right. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Ashley. I love the criticisms you gave to me. I'd also probably in a separate video want to discuss that James Gunn versus Zack Snyder scenario you gave that I was struggling with because I was trying to explain why I think it's a different scenario. And in a separate video, I will go more in depth after I thought about it more time. It provoked thoughts from me to say how I think it was different without trying to explain it away like you're critical of me that you say I sometimes do and make excuses, which I love the pushback, Ashley. But that's going to be a separate video. Hey, RJ.
Hello, what's up? I'm on my phone. I have to leave in a few minutes to pick up some dinner, but I figured I'd stop by and talk for a little bit.
Sure. I love you, man. I had a lot.
I know you do.
Although I got to admit that even though I love those debates, I can't do it all the time because I was so, not that I was upset. I was just, my mind was so active. I couldn't sleep till like 6, 7 in the morning. Like I was just laying there because I get worked up like
I
mentally.
stand by everything I wrote in that chat though. I do.
What?
Like I 100% put a lot of the blame on this for people like Geralt Mercury and the Scoop Con men from the Abdul Link.
Okay. Well,
I really do.
listen.
I think they fractured this fan base beyond recovery. I really do.
I think you're in a bubble. I really think that the critics of the Snyder fandom, and then we'll get to the comment on Matt's channel that really intrigued us, Mladen, because I love Mladen. He pushed back at me.
I love that. I mean,
what's that?
The Project Justice League just came out, and I love that. But for every good thing there seems to be like 20 other bad things.
I do have to be real with you, RJ. Everyone pretty much knows if there's a critical stream about, you're going to show up. Part of that is because you're very friendly and you like to talk to lots of people. Well, but you're very intrigued with this specific topic. To an
Snyder stuff, I'm going to be there.
To an extent where I kind of say, like some of my friends poke fun that there's Snyder derangement syndrome. And I personally think a lot of the people on the stream last night are in a bubble, and this does not represent the majority. See, I always say don't underestimate, don't overestimate. That also goes with people overestimate how much toxic there is in the Snyder fandom because that's what they see the most of. Now, when you make a video being critical and you get all those comments, yeah, that's not cool.
Well, I mean,
this is also a YouTube problem, though.
Well, you know my channel. I don't talk about the DC stuff as much as I used to for obvious reasons. Like, I kind of moved on from that. No, I mean, the thing is, though, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't really think it's as much a bubble. I mean, maybe it's a bit of a bubble in a sense, but I think it's a system of a larger...
This is hilarious. I did this on purpose. I knew that I was being filmed there. This isn't my pal Cyrus's video. This isn't, it's not a...
Yeah, I think someone's trying to be,
Yes, listen, I don't care. I'm not even blocking you. Have a good one. If anyone wants to know, here's a little glimpse of me. My hair was I was a little sweaty that day. It was hot. I was trying to wear my Miko hoodie and it was hot and I took it off. So I started sweating a little bit.
Yeah. People are funny. But no, I mean, dude, okay, let's be honest here real quick. Do you really think something's happening May 18th?
I think probably not. But I don't think that's these superficial cut off lines. If it doesn't happen, then it's not happening either. Like, I don't know.
People are acting like this is like Easter, like Jesus is going to resurrect, or, like on May 18th. Like, it's not like that, man. Like, it's about ad sales and investors, not a fan of it. Like,
well, why do you care?
Because
you know what? Even though,
man, that's the issue.
Hey, mods, even though there's nothing wrong with this, because he's annoying, just block him anyway. That's what I'm saying. Because look, now this is unfortunately, now we're getting people from the Miko. There's some really now block his ass. That's the same person.
Yeah, let's try and clean up this chat, guys. I'm sorry.
No. This is the same. Unfortunately, when I've started to have some Amico people and there's some really prejudiced people, trolls, get rid of his ass. Like, I don't care that they showed that picture, but now they're making some really obscene, like, grow the fuck up, dude. Grow the fuck up. Get a life. I mean, why are you so miserable? No, if you're going to suggest talking about, listen, James, look at the actual, I don't know if you can see the comments. It's really disgusting. I'm not for censor. Here's the nuance that's always missing on the internet. Are you pro censorship? No, I hate censoring people, but sometimes it's necessity. That's the thing. That's the type of talk I love. I am not pro censorship.
Yeah.
I don't like to censor. Unfortunately, there's morons, and they are disrespectful to everyone else in the chat and on the panel with their nonsense. Is there freedom of speech? Is their speech valuable? I am going to subjectively make a judgment call on their speech. Their speech is absolute garbage. They have nothing of substance. I have the freedom to take out the garbage. Right?
That's the thing too. When it comes just to kind of go back to the Snyder thing too, I am genuine when I say there are probably some people who genuinely probably need to seek counseling.
Well, I still say you're
and maybe that's
you're talking down to the.
Maybe
it is because you are a super Marvel fan, which I applaud. So I don't think you're being as
unhealthy session to where you're attacking other people. Like, that requires counseling. To be completely honest, that does require counseling.
Well, then address fandoms as a whole, then, man, because you're talking. Fan comes from fanatic
as a whole.
Fan comes from fanatic. Fans are most of the time unreasonable towards their fandom about what they want. Now, as long as they're not being toxic, oh my god, what a loser!
Yeah,
please, mods, help me here. All right, let's get to the comment that. Oh, Sean, yeah, Sean, if you're available, hop on. I've been wanting to collab with Sean again. I love Sean. Sean's a great dude. But I wanted to get to the topic because RJ, please. Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Matt Jarbo. Matt Jarbo is also on. I'm aware of it. He's warning me too.
Wait, what's going
on? Hold on. I'm messaging Matt Jarbo. Can you send it to Sean?
Yeah,
because Matt Jarbo is looking out for me because he is still my friend. Yeah. I already knew this video existed. I don't give it any air. Because also people have different things how they like to talk about Zack Snyder last night and how some people handle things differently. When some of my own community is being ridiculous, I don't tend to do. I know the punch up, punch down thing commentary is kind of weird, but I like to punch up at people I think could take it and are more like public figures than punching down on small people, and then people that are probably unhinged mentally on the internet. And I tend to not that I enable bad behavior, but I don't like to make a spectacle of nonsense in my own community. I like to handle it behind the scenes and move forward. And I think that's kind of what my interpretation of what Zack is doing. I honestly think we'll never know the whole story. There could have been a situation where maybe we won't get the Snyder Cut, and it might have been because Zack was naive. No, listen, let me finish. Zack was naive to think he could interact with his fans the way he did. And that I think that Geeks and Gamers event was very detrimental, and he has changed since that. Yeah. And that is a difference between James Gunn. That is the difference between James Gunn. He thought he was handling maybe even his wife, Deborah.
Yeah.
Because I know she
Snyder-
got messages about Geeks and Gamers. Maybe she's, you got to stop being this involved with this, with because he took major steps back.
If Snyderverse is not restored, it's 100% the fault of the fans. 100%.
Well, that specific event, though, that I'm,
No, I think it's that specific event. I also think it's the behavior of a lot of the fandom on social media. I genuinely believe that a lot of the fans are acting detrimental to their mission statement that they originally were going for, and it's been corrupted.
Well, I also think that you're still within the bubble of the critic side, and so you get the worst of the worst. You do. Most people.
Well,
I'll be real. Can I be honest with you? Most people that I still have links to the Snyder fan, not as much as I used to, because honestly, the people that were comfortable coming around get sick of the sill bashing. I'm just going to be real. They get sick of the sill bashing. They get sick of the constant talk like they're crazy and mocking that they are like that they need to get help, that it's not going to, they need to move on. So they get sick of that. So I had very few regulars that are really into the Snyder, restoring the Snyderverse. I'll be real with you. There's a few, but like Matt said, I'm afraid to call them. No, honestly, a lot of them left because, and I got sick of being devil's advocate with when Matt comes on and brings it up. I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. I really don't care. If you don't believe Sill, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not trying to convince you. I like listening to him sometimes. But let's get to the main thing here, because you can actually criticize me here, RJ, from this comment. This is from my pal Mladen. He loves to criticize me. He loves to say I'm hypocritical towards Jeremy.
I'll watch. I gotta dip out though.
Oh, okay.
My dinner, but I will watch and moderate from the chat. But I'll be in the chat typing though, so don't worry.
Okay, cool. Thanks for coming on. Thank you. Thanks, RJ. Go sub to RJ. Get his channel up. Let me bring up this comment from my pal Mladen. Let's discuss it. This is actually going longer than I was planning to. All right, so here we go. Let me change this here. All right, so he says, let me just read the whole thing. God damn it, Max. There is so much hypocrisy coming for you. Max says, you need to empathize to understand where they are coming from. Yes, I try to empathize. My nuance here is I try to empathize with fans, not, that are promised the story. They were promised the story. They are treated unfairly. They were with the whole release in the Snyder Cut and when it came from, where I do not empathize with, I think what Mladen is saying here, that I'm hypocritical because I don't empathize with Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, and the Friday Night Whites, and I fucking never will. Yeah, go check out RJ. Thanks, Bradley. I will never empathize with people that are known Prejudice. They talk about people's skin color orientation. They see a black person in a trailer and they immediately say it's woke. They're still whining about race swapping in 2022. It's juvenile. It's pathetic. It's moronic. And in society and in the real world, there's no place for this type of talk. You would be thrown out the building in any real workplace because there's a maturity level that's expected, even though you have your freedom of speech. That's just not accepted. The internet is the last stand for this type of nonsense. And I don't empathize with people that have hate in their heart. I do not empathize with haters that aren't fans of anything, except fans of talking about politics. Fuck politics. Fuck all that. Okay. Eddie says I have Snyder apologist syndrome. I apologize for Zack. Abso-fucking-lutely. For the fandom, no, they deserve half of what they get. But you're also Eddie, my pal Eddie. You love to troll 24/7. You know you do. You know you do. Let me see what Josh is saying. Josh, I'm happy to send subs your way. You haven't been on the channel much. Come on the channel more. You're welcome here, Josh. Absolutely. Go sub to Josh. He's got some great WWE gameplay content. I really want to get that game. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale, honestly, Josh. I'm glad you're enjoying gaming and your two loves, gaming and wrestling. All right. So that's my nuance. That's where I say I don't give a shit. I don't think of being hypocritical when I am mocking prejudice and misogyny. I don't care. If I mock that, now, that's a difference of opinion. I don't like to mock people that love something. I like to mock people that hate things with no substance or no context, that are haters. That's my difference. That's the way I'm going to be. I'm not going to change. And you'd say hypocrite confirmed. I don't care. These people are haters. They have no love in their heart for fans. And if there's a chance to mock people that love something, they will do it, and they don't care. And they mock progress. They mock when progress, and when they complain about people that are concerned about real world events and what's happening to other nationalities where people are actually getting killed. But when something inconvenient for a fictional white character happens, they Karen out. Fictional white lives matter. They are the most hypocritical pieces of shit on the internet. You know how everyone has concerns about how everyone likes to say, oh, there's problems with the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, there is problems. But when you go full white fictional lives matter and white fictional men are being replaced, I don't empathize with you at all. And I take everything they say in context, not out of context. Listen, RJ, I think it's funny. I think the Scooby-Doo crew is funny too, because we kind of know you might think differently, but you are part of a crew that consistently criticizes them. Again, you don't deserve. Whether you think it or not, even though you're not anti-Snyder, you're anti-Snyder fandom. You're anti-Snyder fandom when there's a lot more of the fandom there. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the majority of Snyder fans are toxic. I don't think so. That's your subjective opinion. You might think the majority are. I think the majority are some really good people. I think there is a conversation that some good people associate with some bad people because of their love of the Snyder fandom. That is a different discussion. I can't. Let me see what Sean says. No, that's great. Turn everything into joke. Captain Marvel was a terrible movie because of the writing. The writing failed. Let me see. I think a lot of people in the fandom menace, particularly geeks and gamers, are closet liberals. I think they are analytics when they are outraged for lots of clicks. Why do you care what they think? Are you really concerned that they think, what the hell, dude? RJ, I'm telling you that I'm being your friend telling you the truth. I think the majority of the perception of you is you're anti-Snyder fandom, not anti-Snyder. Okay? And you're usually in the same... Listen, you're part of the Scooby-Doo crew. People know who you are. Take that as a win, RJ. People know who you are, and your commentary matters. You don't deserve what gets to you, but your commentary matters. People know who you are. But let's get back to me. Okay. See if you agree with Mladen. You need to empathize and understand where they're coming from. Yes. Empathize and understand where fans are coming from that want a new project, or one of the biggest issues that I see in Hollywood is not completing stories, not following through, and empathize with that. Do I empathize with fear mongers that only focus on people's color orientation and do not want to progress but regress? No. And I mean, you could check out my whole channel as a receipt on their horrible behavior. Too bad you never gave people in the Phantom Menace the same treatment. I tried for so long to see where they're coming from. I gave them the benefit of the doubt so many times, and it's always the same bullshit. They have worn out their welcome, their benefits of the doubts. They are without a doubt all the things I've said. It's proven. Empathize with people that are superficial, that leak stuff, that are attacking and hurting the industry by leaking bullshit just because it's the other side. Would they leak plot points from the new Gina Carano movie? Absolutely not. Would they spread bullshit around Ben Shapiro's new movie project? Absolutely not. Because it's the other team, they will pirate, spread the shit, and I'm not getting the piracy topic, but when you do it only for political reasons, that's where I have an issue. If you can't afford to see a movie and you want to see a movie, I'm not going to judge you. But if you only pirate the stuff that's made by someone else, but you still want to see it, but because it's someone on a different political team, you don't want to pay for it, you're an asshole. I'm sorry. You're an asshole. That's what I see here. That people are doing these stupid games and want to hurt the other side. Yeah, we're getting spicy. That, you know. All right, so let me get back to the comment, and then we'll end the stream here. Max says mocking them is not okay. You could do, it's your freedom of speech to mock people, but I'm not censoring people. I'm just telling you that you're perpetuating the cycle, and you're not that innocent. Not that innocent yourself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not condemning you. I'm saying you're shocked when you're perpetuating the cycle and you're doing the same shit too, and you're just the opposite end of the mirror. I'm in the middle. People don't think I am, but I am. No, they will not. Yes, there's a lot of good Snyder fans, and most of them ignore this stuff. And then when you see the trash come in the comment section, only the trash is going to show up. I know lots of people that will not go anywhere near the stream last night. Now I do because y'all are my friends, and I want a lively debate. But any rational Snyder fan is not going to show up there. They're just going to ignore it because it's like regurgitating bullshit. And look what's happening. Look what's really happening with Zack. He is working on Rebel Moon and working on positive stuff and new entertainment. And he's going to stop what he's doing to address bullshit. I don't want him to. I want him to move on and make me good content. All right. All right. And let's finish this here, because listen, if you have any pushback on me, talk about my hypocrisy, go right ahead. You have no problem mocking Matt, Lunga, Andy, Ryan, and Jeremy. Okay. Matt, I never had ill will. I just always wanted to criticize what he was doing in a fun way. It may have not been interpreted that way. So my intentions and perceptions may have been off from the public. Now, Lunga, I don't want to bring up his name. He's also, I don't want to bring up Lunga's name at this time, but we have a history that I do not want to bring up, and he's got some stuff going on now. I will skip past that one. Andy brought everything on himself. Ryan, Jeremy are horrendous people. Max says he is not responsible for his fans' actions. I don't believe Zack is. as long as he doesn't engage and promote that behavior, which he's consistently done with Us United, promoting suicide prevention and only engaging when it benefits charity. He doesn't just go around everyone to just promote himself. It has to be associated with prevention. Mladen, one more thing. He says, Jeremy from Geeks Gamer, cellular arguments debating you, and you still wanted him to be accountable for the actions on Fandom Menace people on Twitter. Fake news. I did not hold him accountable for people on Twitter, other people on Twitter. I hold him accountable for his own stuff. And Mladen, if you're going to throw that out there, show me the proof where I blamed him for other Fandom Menace on people on Twitter. I said he provides a platform and a base for very hateful people. I don't see Jeremy actually promoting toxic Fandom Menace people on Twitter. His content and talking points are very friendly to hateful people, though. He's careful. He is careful. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart man. So how is Zack different? Zack, as far as you could go back, I've only seen the positive. Maybe he could have handled things a little bit better when he was addressed with behavior in the fandom. That's a fair point. But I don't blame him for turning it towards a positive angle. And honestly, the difference is... Hi, Hans. Thank you. Yes. Did he? A little bit, I guess. Yeah. All right, so let me see here. Let me get back to this. I'll give you a glimpse of where I'm thinking. See, this is where this is going to be the eye roll moment for some of you viewers that are critical of me and Snyder. The situation for James Gunn and Zack Snyder is very different. Part of it is because of the Snyder Cut coming into fruition proved a lot of the media wrong. So there's not a lot of people in Zack Snyder's corner. And when Zack Snyder is trying to get projects, maybe he is trying to get projects with WB again, he has a lot more to lose by addressing this stuff. James Gunn has got carte blanche at WB right now. They want to work with him. There is a part of WB, and these are facts, that does not consistently want to work with Zack, and they will look for any reason not to continue with him. So it's a different, there's a lot of nuance to this conversation. That's what I was going to do in a separate video. It's not the same. There's a lot of things going on, and the whole situation is completely different. It's a lot more nuanced, and I may have to go into that further, but my base thoughts are that WB wants to work with James Gunn. He's getting new projects, and he is embraced by the majority of the media, access media, whereas Zack Snyder is not, for reasons. Part of it is the history, whether you want to deny it or not, there is a history of, especially because Zack proved a lot of them wrong and made them look like fools, and that they were so consistent, they were so consistently saying that his project didn't exist, and proved them a little bit irrelevant, access media, because they don't know much. They only know what they're fed by their representatives at these studios. So it's a different situation. Look, Hans, let me see. I would love to get Hans here. Well, you're talking about fans that comes from Fanatic. this is what they want to talk about. This is where I say, like, concern trolling. Don't be concerned about people as long as they're not going. I say you're an unhealthy degree, RJ, being concerned with other people and their fandom as long as they don't go toxic. Like, who cares if they want to believe it's going to continue? When it doesn't, everyone gets there. I keep getting spam about politics on my phone. If they want to believe something's going to continue, everyone, if it doesn't happen, people are going to, you make fun of coping, but people cope with things differently and get to realizations at different times. There are some people that still think the Amico is going to come out. Is the answer to just call them mentally deranged, they need help, and mock them consistently? Might not be. I'm not going to judge you if you do, because I think it's kind of crazy now too to think that it's still going to come out. But people get to realizations at different points, and to, like, mock them and say you're crazy to think it's going to happen, and say stop it, move on. Is that really helping? Is that real? Are you really doing it because I'm asking a question? Are you really doing it because you care? Or are you doing it for other reasons? I think there's lots of reasons. Maybe you potentially are justifying that you care about these people so much that you don't want them to, but is that really the reason? I don't know. Are you really helping them? Are you really helping them by saying, move on, it's not going to happen, this is unhealthy? Yelling at them like that, I don't think it's really helping. And I kind of, like, ask you to look at yourself and ask all the reasons you're doing this. That's all. But I still support you doing it. I'm just being critical of you. Let me see. I think Zack will say something upcoming years when the filming of Rebel Moon is done and he is promoting it. But even he does say something, it will only make Snyder Cut fans more out of control. There are out of control Snyder fans. But there's a lot of good out there too. Okay. All right. More power to you. I don't know. Listen, I don't block. Hey, Hans, break. Go ahead. That's what the platforms have for you. You can mute people, block people. Yeah. All right. That is about all I had. I was going to go 20 minutes. Anyone have any other final thoughts for me? If you think I'm a big hypocrite, should I be and let me know in the comment section below and on the replay, should I empathize with misogyny, prejudice, and hate? I don't empathize with those things. I absolutely do not. And my final thoughts are, I don't empathize with these things. These, in my subjective opinion, are now proven fact, not out of context. I've seen their behavior. So I put them in a different category than fans. If you want to mock fans, go right ahead. I'm just going to be critical of that. And I think that's very similar to what Jeremy does if you want to mock fans. If you want to mock fans, not getting the conclusion to an epic story, not getting to see Darkseid come back, I say that it's like if you're an MCU fan and you get to see Thanos, and they're like, well, we're not bringing Thanos back. It's over. And that in the Snyder Cut is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like being alive when the first Star Wars trilogy came out. The other moment that was like that for me was Infinity War. Seeing Thanos on screen. That was amazing for me. It's one of my favorite moments of all time. It's one of my favorite moments of my life. That's how much I love entertainment. And when you say people are the reason that this goes to another level with the Snyder Cut fandom is there is also the prevention angle. And because a lot of people were touched emotionally with what happened to Zack and his daughter, they are even more latched on to that in that movement. And it's actually helped save lives monetarily. And it's actually helped people discuss the problem in a little way. It's helped people that have lost family members to this disease. There's lots of reasons that people are overly attached to this specific movement that are not just because they want to see the next movie. And that's why there's a lot of people that are having issues letting go. Will there be a time to let it go? Potentially. But everyone is on a different timeline. Everyone accepts and copes at a different time. Do we all need to cope and move on? Potentially. But I'm not going to tell people to move on until I'm sure. What's this? I'm not using Zack to defend talk. Why are you jumping to this, Hans? Why are you... Thank you for giving this pushback, Hans. I love you, man. Why are you jumping to, I'm using Zack's daughter to defend toxic? Was that what I actually did? No. You're kind of straw manning and presenting a scenario that did not happen on the stream. I am saying the people that are not toxic and the reason they're having so hard to let go of this movement is there's other factors than just seeing a movie. That's what I'm saying. I am not saying using Zack's daughter to defend the toxic morons. I'm not. I'll wait for your response. I'm not doing that. BVS helped save Chubby Teddy's marriage. Okay. But I love your comment, but that's not what I was doing. Now you can subjectively think that's what I was doing, but I don't think I was doing that at all. I was not using that. I was explaining why it's harder for this specific movement for people to let go and move on. When you ask people to move on, say they need help, there's lots of factors in here. I know people that this has really helped. I know one specific person that I'm not even going to mention that was very on their own right, and it helped. And they talked to Zack, and Zack engaged with them. Yes, and I'm not defending it. People still act like they're crazy is the consistent thread. Hey, Mladen. Hey, brother. I appreciate your commentary. I love the pushback. Never change, Mladen. I would invite you on, but I was going to end. But props to Mladen for bringing up this topic. And I thought it was worthy of addressing. And no shade towards you, Mladen. But basically, to sum up my thoughts, I don't empathize with people that are prejudiced, engage in misogyny, hateful, and bring politics in everything. And are not really fans of anything. They're not fans. Fans that look to hate. Am I gatekeeping? Yeah, I'm gatekeeping on that. If you're looking to hate something, you're not a fan. A fan should be a fanatic of that property and not a fan of identity politics and politics in general. I will go that route. Yeah, I'm not just... I don't know. Do you know what's really frustrating, Hans? I say consistently, I am not defending people that threat, dox, harass, and still, whenever I talk about the movement as a whole, people always say I'm defending trolls. I am not. You will never find me defending a troll. I am not justifying any actions sent towards RJ or Ty from Pop Culture Corner. I am saying that it's hard for other people to unplug from the Snyder versus Matrix for multiple reasons. It's their favorite thing ever. And the movement has touched a lot of hearts because if you haven't thoughts about yourself, which I have, I've had people that have tried it in my family. Lots of people have lost great family members to this disease. And that is it's dedicated to Autumn at the end of the movie. Now, is it fair to criticize that some people have lost that focus that are toxic? Absolutely. If they carry the hashtag and they threaten someone or they harass someone, they honestly do not have a right to call themselves a Zack Snyder fan when it's all about prevention. That is completely ridiculous. That has no place. Okay. But I think that's where I'll end it. No, I know, Hans. Neither am I. Okay, I think that's all. I was going to go 20 minutes. This is why I don't actually do short time. I got to get ready for a stream later. Thank you for watching. Bye, everyone. I hope you have a great day. See you later.